The problem with homesteading is that it can be hard to get away. However, on Tuesday, we realized we had an opportunity that we could go away Thursday, Friday. So we're here in Kitimat fishing, and you can't see them on the other side there, but Marius and the boys are catching salmon over there. And I can't wait to see what they got. It turned out the other side of the river from our fishing spot, from our camping spot, was the best fishing. So Rowan, Amos, and I are hanging out over here, and they're over there fishing. It's a 3 to 4 hour drive from our place. My sister Anna's milking the cows. Marius' sister is taking care of the other animals and staying at our house. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that Mossy's not doing well. We had a vet out, and he thinks that from her original lung issues after calving, after aspirating, that she had an abscess and it burst. However, he thought she would be dead by now, and she's still alive. So maybe we're getting another miracle here.
Drop that right on Amos.
Maybe just put it down, Frey. I'll just take a picture of the boy.
Or Dad just hold it.
Just hold it like that.
You video? Right?
Mm-hmm.
All fishermen hold their fish. Unless it's like a fish from Wicked Tuna. or it's a very teethy fish. Like a pike. That's a girl?
I told you it was a girl fish.
Whoa, bro! That's want me to bag for the rope?
You betcha.
Can I hold the egg?
No.
That's bait for winter. Because we are gathering them.
Get out of the way.
Here.
I'm just holding the bag. Put it on the counter.
Yeah, we got them rows. This is a female too. How do you know when they're females? They look way different. They don't have humps.
Yeah.
So we got two
These
females.
ones, that one has a pretty big hump. That one's got a little.
Freya, leave the light off. Rowan.
We got two females and 3 males. I held the biggest male.
What?
You can see the humps on them. That's the one.
Okay, can you guys take the flashlight away from Rowan?
Yeah.
Holy cow! Dad.
I'm
touching it. We're touching their eyes. You ever tried to pop out a fish's eyeball? Some people just suck their eyeballs out. Just like that. And alone.
You're taking a video of all your messages? Is that what you're doing?
No, you can't hear that in the video. Ah, Mac.
Hey, stop it.
I almost had it popped out.
Don't pop it out. Still creepy for me. Thank you for letting us meet, Cathy.
Thank you. Thank you. Pudding.
I'm not this. Those are big nuts. When do you pick?
They're covered in their own boogers.
Yeah, just slimy. No, it's actually the water. The slime gets in the water.
What, did you get teeth?
There might be a few holes.
These are...
Hey, Mom, look
Did
at,
we get water?
Mom, look at this dog.
Today?
Look at this.
You ordered it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this morning. I dipped before we left, and it's a long weekend, so we wouldn't be able to get water till Tuesday without paying extra. And I was like, we're not quite empty, but if you pay extra, that's like half a load worth of water. More. It's like $100.
I want to dive into this green algae. I want to dive into
Other
this
female,
green
let's see if she got
algae.
some roe.
I want to dive into this green algae.
Roe.
wait.
She's got
Oh,
roe.
she'll have roe.
She'll have roe.
Yeah, roe.
Every female that swims up that
Where's
river.
Rowan? Speaking of Rowan.
Rowan is.
Yeah,
Hamish, can you go find
Oh,
Rowan?
there's some roe.
Hamish? Rowan.
Roe. Rowan.
We should keep just the livers too. We should just keep a whole bunch of organs.
For what? You gonna eat it?
No, for fishing bait.
We don't need it for fishing.
Just the roe.
One cow liver lasts us years. Okay, close that up and freeze it, please.
Is
Are
that the
you
last
allowed to use
female?
roe as fishing bait?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on the time of year and where you're fishing.
You're allowed to ice fishing?
That I don't know.
Matt, can I see this?
I can pick my finger. Oh, right, I can't.
At some times of year, depending on where you are and such, you can use roe as fishing bait, so save it in the freezer in case we can use it.
Oh, we should salt it or something.
Do you want it salted? Do you want Max to salt it there?
Borax?
I don't think we have any borax.
Just a bit of salt in there.
Plus, you could,
And there's the pig bucket.
you could probably eat them. Eat roe.
Grandpa Mac would love it.
Hey Max, salt.
Salt it first.
Because then they don't freeze solid.
Those are big teeth. Do you think we can mount this? Probably fly.
No. Ever heard a question?
Fish don't actually get mounted, they get...
Nobody mounts a humpy.
Can you explain what a humpy is?
It's
It's actually a pink, but we call it a humpy because it has a hump on it.
yeah, it's a male.
Do male
pink
pink
that's-
salmon always, or is it when they're
No,
spawning?
when they're spawned out.
More when they're spawning.
Yeah, when they're spawned out.
They could still have a bit of a hump in the ocean.
But
Like
not-
this one has barely noticeable, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this one is
That's a little more spawned.
gotten a not even that big one. We had one today that had a hump like that big. We let it let
Oh, yeah.
go. 'Cause-
Yeah, because
We
the
let-
humpies
we
don't
don't-
taste as good.
Well, the hump's just full of I don't know what.
Vienna?
Would it be like how on a deer their net gets all thick when they're in the
I
wet?
don't think so. No, it's not like they're rubbing their head.
Big tail.
They just grow a hump. Just like a coho grows a pretty big hook.
Up. But remember, it's other
That's not a picture. Me and Hamish holding the fish.
In a minute.
See, this is one that's getting its home. They can get them like these.
Out of the way. Let me keep going. We got lots to do. What can they do?
You guys can keep working on unpacking stuff.
Wash your hands first, both of you.
So I can maybe. I'm not names. Watch my car. This fish is whistling. No.
We haven't already dinner, so we could do a movie night or something.
Can you just do your jobs, please?
There's.
You still have to. You still. Why don't you go do your pigs and Hamish keep working in here?
Mom, look at it.
Actually, wait till I have this done. I guess.
Mom,
Is
look
that
at
white stuff the
Testicles.
testicles? It has proportionately huge testicles.
Well, they don't just spawn with one female.
There's like 100 females. They can.
Wait till I got all these in this. Carcasses do you want for anything? Or no?
Did you want to try some broth?
Not with pink carcasses, no.
I wish we could have gotten some coho. Yes, I would.
Yeah, that says in about 2 weeks there will probably be coho in there. Sydney and I asked him if we could go there.
We were, and he said maybe we could go on a fishing trip there.
Edit all that out too. The screaming. Slippery slime.
When you have a minute, could you kind of explain to me the difference between the meat of like pink salmon versus coho or sockeye and such?
You need one to compare.
Well, no, you can just explain, like,
You can explain it yourself.
I don't actually know.
Lighter. We'll look at it. Probably why it's named pink salmon, because it's not. You know how dark coho and sockeye and springs are.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's different varieties of salmon, different species, and this is pink salmon. So the meat is quite light. It's softer too, right, Mare?
Yeah, this stuff's pretty firm, but it's
So sockeye, coho, spring, they're all a lot darker, that rich red color. And this is no less healthy and amazing for you. It's just a different variety of salmon. However, because it's softer and such, we don't tend to just eat it grilled or baked or whatever. They've been cured. It's Sunday morning. Put them in Friday night, so 36 hours. They got rinsed off and now they are air drying. They'll form a bit of a sticky tacky surface called a pellicle, and this helps them absorb smoke better, apparently. We will not smoke them all the way like if we were eating smoked salmon. They will just get half an hour to an hour worth of smoke, so they're still nice and moist, and we can can them without them being just a real dried out can of salmon. We have a smokehouse. It's that little wooden outhouse looking thing over there, but it takes a lot more effort to get going. So we have this little smoker that was just in one of the sheds when we bought this place. And I've smoked fish in it before and it's a lot faster. So we are going to do the fish in this, except for we don't have any wood chips. So Mary's just cut some plum wood up really small and we're gonna see if that will work. Just turning down the heat so it's not smoking so much. It's a little hotter than it should be. Hey, Mare?
That's gonna taste good.
Try that.
Yeah.
Should have used the big smoker. Whoa, what is wrong here? Right. That's okay. Let's. If it burns a little, that's fine. So how would chips work in this?
It does. They don't burn in the same way.
Yeah, 'cause they're smaller.
Yeah. Salmon is out of the smoker. It's a little more cooked than we wanted because we had to mess with the smoker. It's delicious. I think he's hungry. Anyhow, we're debating now whether we go through with canning this or just vacuum seal and freeze it because Marius thinks it's maybe too good to can.
This is a whole other level of awesomeness.
Part of my strategy in how I pressure can fish is that I can stack pint jars in my canner. So to make them stack best, I do equal amount of wide mouth pints and small mouth pints. Some people are, stick their nose up at canning fish in a smallmouth pint, but it doesn't bother me. I don't care. And the other thing is too, you can really jam that fish in there. It's gonna shrink. It's also going to be mushed up into, salmon patties or salmon sandwiches like a tuna sandwich. So it doesn't matter that they're not nice, neat little chunks of meat in there. Just get that jar full and that is your best priority. And it takes a surprising amount of fish to fill a jar. There's a lot of fish in a jar. We got 5 pink salmon, and my boys tell me they range from 4 to 8 pounds, mostly on the bigger side. And now that they're filleted and smoked and into canning jars, we're gonna fit 6 pint jars, I think. If you have a smaller size family or smaller appetites, you could do half pints. The wide mouth half pints are perfect, but a pint is the perfect size for our family. filled my jars and I got just one piece left. Don't tell Marius. I'm gonna feed it to the cats. Actually, he liked this plank. I'll just save it for him and he can just eat it. This is some skin that came off of the piece that I forgot about, so I'm gonna feed it to the cats. But I just wanted to show you, like you can see, can you see on there the gray, it looks like gray meat? That's the fat. And we can everything, bones, fat, skin, and when you mash it up into something like salmon patties or salmon sandwiches, you won't know any of this is in there. It mashes up to nothing. And you're just adding so much nutrition, so much goodness, all those good fats and calcium. Now, I've got my 6 pints of salmon, but that's not gonna fill up my canner, and it's best to run your canner full. So what do? I do dried beans. I fill this up with water and can them. They are basically the same. These are 100 minutes. These are 90 minutes, so they'll just go a little longer and it'll be fine. This is my favorite way to just passively stock up on home canned beans. Just doing a couple jars here and there when I have space. If I'm doing something that has a shorter processing time, then I will do something like broth that only processes for 25 minutes. I'll just pull some broth from the freezer that I already had and do that. Or if I'm going to be doing a few rounds in the canner, I might purposely make a batch of broth in the Instant Pot so that I can fill in gaps where needed. Everything's out of the canner. Every single jar is sealed except for this one of raspberries. So I'm interested to see why it didn't seal. Here's what the fish looks like. Glorious fat and such. The beans all look great. They're still bubbling. It's still hot, hot, hot in there. The raspberries here, they kind of float, but then they will sink some. So I've never canned raspberries before. We will see how we like them. Just a second, Ham. I need to talk to my camera here. This is the jar that didn't seal. See, there's something obvious. I think it's a blinking raspberry seed. Just got up there on the lip and it didn't seal. That's okay though, we can test these out, see how we like them, and know if we want to can any more this year because our raspberry garden is still producing. I'll just pop these in the fridge. If I didn't want to use them right away, I would pour off some of the syrup so the liquid level was probably down here. Because this is a wide mouth jar, this freezes well. So I'd put it in the fridge for 24 hours so it was nice and cold, and then label it, put it in the freezer to use when we were ready. This jar right here, friends, is why I always take the rings off for storage. This one looked sealed until I did the test, and she's not. I honestly can't see any flaws to why it didn't seal. We don't have any smoked fish in the fridge right now, so I'll put it in there and we'll use it up.